tell Scott. At the start of the year, he was all right. Now, he's one of the front runners in Honda Cadet. Jaden, tell us about your year all the way through, where we were, where we are now.
So we came into CKC at Woolton Mill at this track, and we were complete novices. We didn't know what we were doing. I think at one point in time we were running like an 88 sprocket, and that is completely wrong. So that was like, I came 27th out of a grid of 34, but it was my first time in such a big heat, I think.
So you're learning, mechanics learning as well. He's working away in the background. Where we are now, though, we've progressed a lot throughout the year. We're far more competitive now.
So for the last, 2 rounds of the actual CKC, like the summer series, I'm going to say, I came 6th. So that was Rowram Fullbeck. So that went good. Warden Law, which was before that, where I had my first interview with you brilliant commentators. That was the 3rd round of the CKC, and that's when I started to come along. That was when I finished 20th out of a grid of 32.
Compliments for commentators will almost certainly guarantee you an interview at every single round going forwards, young man. What we have found, though, as drivers get more towards the front, they go from I'm just enjoying myself to I want to start winning some races now, and that's when the competitive edge comes out.
Yeah, so I think now it's just those steps working towards getting up to the very front of the pack, winning races, and we'll have to go from there.
I watched practice this morning. You were one of the front runners in there. You were in the top 2 or 3 in terms of times. Yeah. Qualifying, however, is going to pose a bit of a challenge for you going into the race day because it hasn't quite gone to plan.
No, not exactly. So yeah, practice 1 I came 2nd, but as soon as I've come onto these tyres, my brakes locked on. So then I just hadn't got the main straight speed. I was sliding all over the place because obviously we have new tyres for the start of the season. So it didn't go the best, but 13th we'll have to make our way up from there.
So we're going to hopefully see you charge through the field, but what you have mentioned there is throughout practice day you've probably not had quite the same levels of grip as you have in qualifying. Nope. That grip level has had a detrimental effect on the rear axle. Dad Ricky's trying to work on it. Shall we ask him whether he's making progress?
Yes.
Good. How's it going, Ricky?
Not too bad, mate, not too bad.
Good.
So I think basically what we've had is the grub screws have sort of moved, the clamps might have sort of come a bit loose, so we had to strip it down and basically put it all back together and make it tight again, basically.
Good. So he's going off P13 on what we know in Honda is a very competitive grid.
Yes.
Wilton, though, does offer opportunities for him to overtake. Where do you think he can get up to?
I think that we can do top 5, I think, definitely. We've got to be ambitious. We've got to reach for the stars and land in a cloud, haven't we? So I think, definitely top 5, as long as he gets stuck in.
Well, let's see whether he feels he can do it. Jade, can we do top 5? Can we do top 3?
Definitely.
Good. Happy days. Into this, obviously we're going into this what we call Winter Series now, but I'm sure everybody's sort of looking at this as a step towards 2025. What are the plans for 25?
So we were thinking to go with the Rookie Racing Training Academy to PFI one night and hire one of their Rotax carts to see how I do in one of those. And if we get good lap times in and I'm quite quick, and then we might, for 2025, we might start to change it up a bit from the Honda grid to maybe micro or mini.
That's only just figuring Honda out and you're already switching him up into a different class.
Well, I mean, 2-strokes are a bit more temperamental, so you'll have to see.
Good. Happy days. Well, we're going into some racing now. We look to be confident. We look to be a confident driver.
Yes.
Good. Happy days. Well, hopefully it goes well. We can only really go forward from where we are in qualifying, so we'll keep an eye out for you taking the zip cart through the field.
Okay, thank you.